What's up, YouTube? CharminEXSoft here, coming at you guys with a brand new Friday the 13th game video. And today, we're going to go over Jason's stats. That's right, Wes Keltner, one of the game's co-creators, just made a massive post on the forums that shows not only each of the Jasons on their selection screens, but it also highlights their pros and cons, and Wes also breaks down for us his definitions of their strengths and weaknesses for us so that we can get a better idea of how each of these Jasons is going to play in the game when it releases. So there's some big information right here for you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you. Now, before I get this started, though, I just want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, that I will be doing giveaways not only for the Friday the 13th game when it releases, but I will be doing giveaways for the Savini skins and Counselor clothing packs. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you guys do that because it will be a sub giveaway. But now, let's go ahead and let's talk about these stats. Alright, so let's start out with Part 2 Jason. So right off the bat, what you can see is his symbols for his 4 different grab kills. We've already seen some of these in the beta. You can also see that his weapon is a pickaxe. Now, for the strengths and weaknesses right here, we have can run, traps, and Morph for his strengths, and his weaknesses are shift, defense, and water speed. Now, Wes breaks down each of these right here. He says can run is pretty self-explanatory, which I agree with. He goes traps. This Jason starts with more traps than others. Right now, that number is 6. So again, he does say specifically right now means that could possibly change there, guys. But again, the trap ability is going to keep him with more traps than others is what it looks like. So Morph right here, he says, has a faster cooldown, so he can morph more frequently than other Jasons. And his weaknesses, again, which are shift, defense, and water speed right here, he says shift has a slower cooldown on this ability. Defense, this Jason has lower HP and a lower chance to successfully block attacks. And water speed, this Jason is very slow in water. So, you know, when you're looking at this Jason right here, you can see that a boat escape for him might be something that you might want to consider since he is slower in water. And this also might be a Jason that you may want to try to kill, which is always not recommended to try to kill a Jason, but he does have lower HP, so if you're gonna go ahead and try to do something like that, this is probably a Jason that you're gonna want to try that on. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's move over to Part 3 Jason. So right here, you can see his weapon, first off, is an axe. Looks like just your regular chopping axe right there. You can see his 4 grab kills right there, which we've seen most of those looking symbols in the beta right here. Now, also his strengths, you know, Wes specifies, and also in the picture says, can run, weapon strength, and grip strength. Those are his strengths. Now, for his weaknesses, he has stun resistance, sense, and stalk. So breaking these down here, which Wes has already done for us, says that can run is that his speed is the same as Jason Part 2. So the Part 2 Jason, they both can run, and they will both be running at the exact same speed. Neither is faster than the other. Now, let's see, weapon strength, this Jason can deal more damage with his weapon against counselors. So he's going to take, you know, less swings to basically kill you when it comes to that kind of stuff. Grip strength, it's harder to wiggle out of Jason's grip once he grabs you. So if this Jason grabs you, you're going to want to spam that button because he's probably going to kill you pretty quickly. Keep that one in mind right there. Alright, now the weaknesses here, stun resistance. This Jason gets stunned more frequently than others. That's for stun resistance. Now, that's because it's a weakness. He's sense is also a weakness. This is once sense is activated, it doesn't last very long for this Jason. And stalk, similar to sense, this doesn't last very long. So those are weaknesses for him right here. Stun resistance. So basically, if you're gonna smack this Jason, hit him with a bat or something like that, you know, stun this guy, he's gonna stun more easily than others. Maybe falling over, knocking himself on the ground, that kind of stuff. So he's somebody that if you have to square up, make sure you hit him square because he may get stunned. You know, again, sense and stalk are going to not last as long, but he still can run. Keep that one in mind there, guys. And you don't want to get in reach not only of his grab, but his weapon, because he'll deal you some serious damage. Alright, so now let's move on to Part 6 Jason. So right off the bat, again, we can see that his weapon is a spear. You can see his 4 grab kills there, stuff that we've pretty much seen in the trailers and whatnot. Also, the last one there looks like a bear hug right there. I don't think we've seen that one in any trailer or whatnot, but you can kind of make out what the main grab kill symbols are, but that bear hug looks kind of cool. Now, let's see his strengths right here. Wes highlights for us throwing knives, sense, and shift, and his weaknesses are defense, can't run, and morph. Alright, so breaking down the strengths right here. Again, the first one here is throwing knives. It says this Jason starts with 4 knives. Other Jasons have to find them during the match. So again, confirmed all Jasons can use throwing knives, but they'll have to find them on the match, where this Jason right here, Part 6J, is gonna go ahead and start off with 4 knives right off the bat. All right, he also has a strength for sense. Says this Jason's sense lasts longer once it's activated, and he's got a strength of shift, which is a faster cooldown on this ability. So this guy's going to be shifting all over the place because he's got a faster cooldown. Again, yes, they've leveled all this stuff, you know, it's not going to be too OP, it's going to be reasonable, but he'll be able to shift more frequently ahead of you guys when it comes to that kind of stuff, which is kind of neat. All right, now his weaknesses right here, defense is one of his weaknesses. This Jason has lower HP and a lower chance to block attacks. He cannot run, so he has a fast walk, which is, like, again, Wes is saying, not like part 2 and part 3. Like, his fast walk is not the speed of the run from J2 or J3. It's more like a power walk, so he's slower. Now, Morph right here says the cooldown for this ability takes longer, so this Jason can't morph as often during a match. So that's kind of a neat little balance I'm looking at here. He can't morph as much, but he can shift a lot more. And again, this Jason cannot run, but he can actually do like a power walk. So he's more of a mobile Jason, just not so much on the random drop morphs right there, which is pretty neat. Also, again, you know, they did say that this Jason has lower HP, so he might be one that if you are going to try to attempt to kill a Jason, which again is not recommended, then this might be the Jason you might want to go ahead and try that on if you're going to try it on any Jasons at all. So alright, now moving on to my favorite Jason right here, at least when it comes to looks. Part 7 Jason has always had a soft spot right here in my heart. Love the look of Part 7 Jason. He's not my favorite movie, but he is my favorite Jason. And right away we can see that his weapon is a machete. Also, we can see 4 of his grab kills right here. Again, these all look pretty familiar here from the beta, so nothing's really new. Maybe except for the middle one there where he's stabbing the guy through the chest right there. We've seen that in another trailer though. He was doing that, I think against the Jock it was. But right away we can also see his strengths and his weaknesses, which again are sense, water speed, and grip strength are his strengths, and his weaknesses are can't run, traps, and shift. Alright, so Wes goes ahead and breaks these down for us. Again, sense has a faster cooldown with this ability. Water speed, very fast in water, slightly faster than the boat. Wow, keep that one in mind. Grip strength is harder to wiggle out of Jason's grasp once he grabs you, and his weaknesses right here, again, cannot run, means that he can fast walk, so power walk, and he cannot run like Jasons from 2 and 3. So again, he's slower than 2 or 3 Jasons. Everybody walks at the same speed, but he can power walk and not run. He also right here has a trap weakness. It says this Jason only has 2 traps to use. So he's not going to get any more than 2 traps right there, guys. 2 traps for this Jason. That's a weakness right there. And shift right here has a slower cooldown on this ability. So he's not going to be shifting too often. Big thing to keep note of, though, right there. That one just got me. Water speed is a strength of this Jason, which means Part 7 Jason, if there's a boat on the map, I mean, take your chances if you need to. Go ahead and escape however you can. But right here, the water speed strength says that this Jason is very fast in water, and he's slightly faster than the boat, which means that you can get a start on him. He might be able to catch up and grab you and yank out that boat. This might be one that you might want to consider going a different route of escape for, because that's going to be pretty interesting to see how that unfolds right there on the map. J7 right there, guys. Alright, so moving on to J8 right here from Jason Takes Manhattan, we can see that his weapon is the fire axe, and we can see 4 of his different grab kills right there. Now that second one right there, that's the one that hit me during that trailer right there when he just did that uppercut with the fire axe. That thing is brutal right there. Can't wait to play with this guy. That's going to be beast. Now we can also see his strengths and his weaknesses right here. Again, 4 strengths right here for him are water speed, destruction, and stalk. And his 4 weaknesses are sense, can't run, and grip strength. So let's go ahead and break these down here. Wes has already done it for us. Water speed, very fast in water, slightly faster than a boat. Again, we got another guy you might want to consider not using a boat against for an escape. And then for destruction right here, it says reduces the amount of hits required to break doors and walls. So wow, that's going to be pretty neat. He's going to be able to break in a lot faster. Let's see, stalk. This Jason can remain in stalk longer than others. Ooh. Also, keep in mind, though, guys, when I did break down the ability to stalk, the more you move, the faster it burns it down. So, yeah, he can remain in stalk longer, but just don't be walking around with him because, again, you'll just use up that ability really fast. All right, now his weaknesses right here, sense, can't run, and grip strength. Alright, so sense, once sense is activated, it doesn't last very long for this Jason. Can't run, again, he cannot run like J2 and 3, but he can fast walk, so he can power walk. Again, he's a slower Jason. And in his grip strength right here, counselors can break free from Jason's grip much faster than others. So this is a guy that you can actually slip away from a little bit more, it seems like, when it comes to that grip. Keep that one in mind right there, guys. But again, he is not going to be a guy you want to mess around with in the water, because he can go ahead and catch up to you pretty quickly and also break down those doors and walls. This guy is going to be awesome to play with. Can't wait to try him out as well. Alright, so moving on right here to part 9 Jason, from Jason Goes to Hell, we can see the weapon for him is an axe. Of course, if you look at the symbol, you get a little more descriptive with that. That is a double-bitted feller's axe, so it's got a blade on both sides right there for you guys. And on top of that, we can see 4 of his different grab kills that he'll have. And we have his strengths and his weaknesses, which are, see here, his strengths are shift, stun resistance, and stalk. And his weaknesses are can't run, less hit points, and traps. So again, let's go ahead and break these down here. For his shift strength, has a faster cooldown on the ability. His stun resistance, the chance for Jason will be stunned will be lower, so it's not going to be as easy to stun this guy or knock him out. And then stalk, this Jason can remain in stalk longer than others. Again, keep in mind, don't be moving around in stalk if you can avoid that, because you don't want to burn it out fast. But again, his ability will last longer than others with stalk, so that's going to be a spooky, scary Jason right there. Again, his weaknesses right here, he can't run. So he can fast walk like a power walk, but he cannot run as fast as J2 or 3. He's got less hit points, so this Jason right here has lower hit points than other Jasons. Again, this, if you're going to square up one, if you're trying to kill one, maybe part 9 might be one you might want to consider trying to kill versus the others, okay? And then traps, this Jason only has 2 traps to use, so he's limited by the amount of traps that he has. This Jason is going to be a lot of fun to play with as well. Man, I can't wait till this game comes out. Again, guys, if you don't know, May 26th right here. We're talking next month. Actually, today is the 26th of April, so we're talking exactly 1 month from today, we're going to have this game in our hands. All right, now the final guy right here, the Tom Savini Jason. The badass that everybody wants to know what his stats are right here, because he's the exclusive Jason that you cannot get anymore. Again, I'll be giving away skins for this guy on my channel for every platform, so make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe for that, because you're not going to be able to purchase this skin anymore. You know, again, it was a Kickstarter / backer thing, only available on the website, and they've done away with that now. But here you guys go. This is going to be that Jason skin that I'm dying to play with. All right, so first off right here, weapon is a pitchfork. It is the Devil's Pitchfork for you guys that don't know, and you can see 4 of his different grab kills right here, which of course they showed the first one in the trailer there, and the second one is the one that I pointed out that said it was going to be for this skin, because that pitchfork in the original trailer was obviously like a placeholder. So we can see that right there. That's definitely a confirmed thing. Now let's see for his strengths. We have shift, weapon strength, destruction, and for his weaknesses we have water speed, can't run, and grip strength. So this Jason right here, breaking these down here for his strengths, again, shift, faster cooldown on this ability, so he's gonna be shifting all over. And then his weapon strength, this Jason can deal more damage with this weapon against counselors, so it's going to take him less swings to basically injure you and make you limping right there. And then destruction, reduce the amount to require to break down doors and walls. So he's basically a powerhouse right here. He's all power. He's dealing more strength, and he's busting down walls and doors faster. He's a powerhouse Jason. Fact right there, you can see that. Again, he's also going to shift around more frequently. Again, it's not going to be too OP'd, and all of the other Jasons have stats very similar to this, and some of them have the same stats as well. So his weaknesses are water speed, can't run, and grip strength. Wow, that's crazy. So people can break free a lot. Grip strength particularly, counselors can break free from Jason's grasp faster than others. So if he gets a hold of you, it's going to be easier for you to break his grasp. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. And he cannot run, so that was something I know a lot of people had questions about. This Jason cannot run, so he's a slower Jason, just like, you know, every other Jason aside from 2 and 3. So he's going to be able to power walk but not run. And water speed, this Jason is very slow in water. So that's pretty wild. I mean, like, you're going to be able to basically utilize the boat with this guy more often to escape. You can actually break his grasp more easily, you know, so he's got some good strengths, but he's also got a lot of weakness to him right there when it comes to it. So he's not too OP than the other Jasons. He's definitely on a balanced scale in my personal opinion. Anyway, guys, again, I hope you all enjoyed the video. There's a link down in my description box below if you guys want to see the text-based version of this. If you want to go over all of this stuff for yourselves, I provided that link for you guys down there. Again, don't forget to subscribe, because I will be doing those giveaways for not only copies of the game, but the Savini skins and counselor clothing packs right there on the channel. title once the game releases. Personally, I'm liking the Savini Jason, I'm liking the 7, I'm liking the 8. These are like my favorite Jasons right here that I'm seeing on the table, at least for me. So let me know what your guys' favorite choices are right there, and hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it helped you out. And if it did, please feel free to go ahead and slap that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Charminati today. And you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and comment below and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all my YouTube videos. I'm CharminEXSoft, and as always, thanks for watching, and y'all come back now, you hear?